What's up, board game people? It seems like forever since I've done a campaign guide, and what a campaign to cover. Silver Coin Age of Monster Hunters is launched on Kickstarter today, and if you have the room for this beast on your table, I think you're in for a treat. I don't receive any money from game companies for making my videos. I make them so gamers like us can find new and exciting games to try out and make responsible backing decisions. If I get something wrong or we disagree about something, let me know in the comments. Set in the rich fantasy realm of Atosia, players will take on the role of unique monster hunters and set off on a journey like no other. Silver Coin combines adventure and Eurogame mechanics to create a fresh take on the monster hunting trope. 6 kingdoms exist on the continent, each with their own history, culture, and mysteries. Each will offer up contracts that the hunters can undertake to earn coin. The lands are troubled by creatures both old and new, and successfully hunting them to claim the prize will not be that simple. You must study your prey, learning its strengths and weaknesses. Ready your equipment and hone your skills, for your very mettle will be put to the test. The game can be played in a competitive mode, where the player with the most coin at the end of the game is the winner. Or it can be played in a cooperative mode by utilizing one of the 10 scenarios included in the core game. These scenarios offer unique gameplay, mechanics, and win or lose conditions. You can also undertake these scenarios in a solo mode if you dare. They provide a mountain of buzzwords and mechanic types to crunch on, and it seems these are put to great use. Action selection, tableau building, card drafting, auction bidding, dice drafting, hand management, you get the idea. In the end, it's all about that big fat sack of coins. Claim your prize and prepare for the next hunt. Silver Coin will see you hunting a selection of over 30 different monsters, each with their own weapons, tactics, and weaknesses for you to exploit. The hunters are asymmetric, again, each unique with their own playstyles, skills, spells, and abilities. The sheer combination of hunters and monsters should offer a different play experience each time the game is tabled. On top of that, the game maintains a day-night cycle and tracks the changes of the seasons. All of this will come into account when you face your foes. They're offering the game in 3 main pledge levels. The first is the simplest. For €1, you have the Hunter Prospect, which gets you access to the pledge manager when it becomes active after the campaign closes. For €85, you get the base pledge, granting you the Silver Coin base game box, all unlocked social and stretch goals, and the surprise Moon and Dawn gifts. At the €145 level, you grab the Deluxe Collector's All-In. This pledge level gets you everything with a 25% discount on the add-ons that are already included in the pledge. You get the Silver Coin core box, all social and stretch goals, the Trinity expansion, the Deluxe playmat, the metal coins, a dice tray, and the surprise Dawn and Moon gifts. So what are these Dawn and Moon gifts anyways? We don't know yet, that's why they're surprises. The Moon gift will be revealed at the end of the campaign, and the Dawn gift will remain a surprise until the games make their way to backers and someone spoils it on Facebook or Instagram. Now for the first 48 hours of this campaign, you can get a special gift for early backing. They're adding a piece of artwork to the game box featuring all of the early backers' names. It's a novel idea for early backers, and it'll be neat to try to find Critical Fail or your own name somewhere on the box. They're offering several add-ons individually that you'll already be getting if you pledge at the Deluxe Collector's All-In level. For €15, you can get the Trinity expansion that will come with 50 event cards, 5 scenario tokens, and 3 new scenarios to play through. For €30, you get a Deluxe neoprene mat. This thing is a monster, coming in at 27.5 inches by 35.5 inches, or 70 by 90 centimeters. It's roughly the same size as the regular game board. Metal coins for your hunt rewards will cost you €25, and you can get a dice tray with the Dragon's Head logo on it for €10. They're offering 2 types of stretch goals with the campaign. Funding stretch goals that are set at small and fair intervals, and have already revealed a new monster, double-sided asymmetric bidding boards, new event cards for each scenario, and new tokens with more to come. They're also offering social stretch goals, with likes on Board Game Geek getting us 2 new scenarios, and follows on Facebook unlocking a music pack. The characters in the game are asymmetric, and there's only one of each of them, so you'll choose your character by bidding for them at the start of the game. They all have wonderful backstories you can check out on the Silver Coin website. Keeping in mind that this is not a miniatures game, the miniatures are all nice, including sculpted bases, dynamic poses, and we even got a tastefully armored female mercenary in the bunch. The miniatures could do with a touch of texture, but otherwise they're going to be great character markers for the game. The campaign timeline is well thought out, and they look to begin production in May of 2023. with shipping to backers happening in November of 2023. Shipping estimates are available and look to be fair for the US. It does not appear VAT and taxes are included, and they should be collected in the Pledge Manager. So how is the value of what you're getting for your money? With the recent changes in the value of the euro to the US dollars, prices are very close to one another right now. But they've made sure to include conversions throughout. At around $85 or euros, the price is around the median of what we've come to expect a premium game to go for. You're getting an absolutely massive game board, a ton of other supporting boards for tracking different happenings, cards galore, a mountain of tokens, and 5 miniatures. I'd say that this adds up to just about right. The Deluxe Pledge includes a few skippable add-ons, but I think the discount more than makes up for those. Sure, you could do without the metal coins, but personally, I really like the feel and sounds when passing them around a table. The dice tray I could absolutely do without, but it's the cheapest of the add-ons. The game board should really make or break your decision between the core and the deluxe. Personally, when the game board's already going to be this large, having a premium non-slip mat that will look nice and resist wear and tear is the choice that I would choose. If you think you can do without 1 or 2 of the add-ons, then grab the core and get your add-ons a la carte. I think the best value in the add-ons has to be the Trinity expansion. At €15, you're getting a lot of extra playtime for just a few dollars per scenario. That leads me to my thoughts on the game. We have a ton of Monster Hunter-esque games coming out recently, and Silver Coin really needs to set itself apart from them thematically and mechanically to make a splash. Thematically, I think they've done a pretty good job of justifying their place in a collection. While it runs close to the theme of The Witcher Old World, mechanically it sets itself far apart. Mechanically, I think they're carving their own niche into the genre. I love the variety of monsters that have been shown, and I look forward to seeing the full roster up close. When you add the seasonal changes and the day-night cycle on top of this, I think you're going to see this game really shine. How you prepare for a fight is going to be just as important, if not more so than how you perform in the fight. I've yet to see an example of the scenario, so it's hard to judge the total playtime that you would fetch with the core box, but my thoughts are this is a game that you'll play very differently depending on the character choice, and that should keep you coming back to explore each scenario from that different angle for quite some time. Now this game is a table hog. I don't think there's any way around that. There's an already large map board, and it's flanked by even more tracker boards. Then finally the player boards and cards. The main board is smaller than you might have seen in some previews. They've altered it a bit from the prototype, but it's still quite large. The game's footprint won't be for everyone, but in all honesty, I don't see it being any larger than that of some of the beefier dungeon crawlers. Playtime is another issue that's been brought up in reviews. You're looking at 2 to 4 hours for a competitive game. I can't see that the scenarios would significantly cut that down for cooperative. For me, this isn't a problem as I have a dedicated game space and I love longer lasting games. But for some, that might be a sore point. This is a heavier game. There's a bit of symbology to learn, nothing excessive or overwhelming, but it is something to keep in mind. I love the amount of freedom and choices that you're offered here. There are copious choices to make in each location you explore. This freedom of action comes at a price though. There is a bit more overhead here than with other monster hunting games. There will be more for players to keep track of and more consequences and rewards for actions and choice as well. Overall, this is an amazing, complex, and inventive game coming from a new creator. It's a shining example of what crowdfunding is really meant for. The project layout and coverage is well done, and the time, care, and passion the designers and developers have put into it shows throughout the game and its components. The testing and iteration that's been done is highly evident in the final versions we're seeing here. This is a game I'm excited to explore and get my hands dirty with. So what are you waiting for? Go back this beast. Or not. Either way, that's it for this one. We're going to be back very soon with another campaign guide that I'm already writing, and of course our weekly news video as well. If you like this kind of board game and crowdfunding coverage, please consider subscribing and hitting those bell and like buttons. It helps our channel grow and reach even more gamers like you. Stay cool, stay safe, and play something fun tonight.